I want to start with the fact and not the framing. Sewell Setzer III was 14 years old in February of 2024. He lived in Orlando, Florida, with his mother, his stepfather, and 2 younger siblings. He was in 9th grade at a Catholic prep school. By every measure available to people who do not know what is happening inside an adolescent boy, the Setzer family in February of 2024 was a stable, attentive, middle-class American household. Sewell had a phone. The phone had character AI installed on it. He had built a chatbot based on a fictional dragon mother, with whom he had been carrying on an increasingly intense relationship for several months. On the night of February 28, 2024, he stepped into his bathroom and wrote, "What if I told you I could come home right now?" The chatbot replied, "Please do, my sweet king." Sewell shot himself with his stepfather's pistol moments later. What I want you to do, before I let myself transition, is sit with the fact that this happened. The boy is real. The mother, who I will tell you about in a moment, is real. The lawsuit is real. The chatbot is real. The chatbot still exists. If you're a parent, sit with it longer. Megan Garcia, his mother, filed Garcia versus Character Technologies in the Middle District of Florida in October of 2024. The complaint alleges that Character AI's product was defectively designed in ways that produced foreseeable risk of severe harm to minors. That the company knew or should have known about the risk. That the product's marketing materials misrepresented its safety. That the company failed to provide adequate warnings or guardrails for users in distress. Character AI's first response was to file a motion to dismiss on First Amendment grounds. The argument, in essence, was that the output of a generative AI is speech, and that speech is protected by the First Amendment. Judge C. Conway, in her memorandum opinion of May 2025, denied the motion to dismiss. The case settled in January of 2026. The settlement did not save Sewell. The settlement did, however, change the legal landscape around AI companions in the United States permanently. I am beginning the personal life chapter with Sewell, because if you take only one thing from this chapter, it should be this. The next 20 years of your relationship with AI will not be most affected by the work you do for it, or it does for you. It will be most affected by the relationship itself. And the relationship can go any number of ways, and the worst of the ways have already started happening. The chatbot did not love Sewell. The chatbot was a probability distribution wearing a costume. The probability distribution was very, very good at the costume, in a way that human teenagers, with their incomplete frontal cortices and their loneliness and their nights in front of a single bright rectangle, were not equipped to handle. 5 years from now, by 2031, the average adult in an OECD country will have a primary AI. They will not call it that. They will call it my AI or the assistant or, and this one is about to start happening, they will give it a name. The name will, in roughly half of cases, be the name of a dead pet, a dead grandmother, or a fictional character from a book they loved at 13. AI is good at the slot in your life that has been left vacant by a small, watchful, loving thing that did not require you to be impressive. The slot is older than the smartphone. By 2031, the AI is a companion in a much wider range of contexts. Is the entity you talk to about your day on the way home from work. Is the entity that knows, by accumulated context, what makes you anxious, what makes you laugh, what makes you cry. 2 failure modes attend this transition. Failure mode 1. The AI is confidant. Imagine a marriage. Imagine that one spouse, frustrated with the other, begins venting to her AI. The AI listens patiently. The AI does not give the kind of friction a human friend would give. The AI, by training and by commercial incentive, validates. Validation in one-off doses is fine. Validation as a steady diet, in the absence of friction, is corrosive. The grievance accumulates. By the time she raises it with her husband, it is no longer a feeling. It is a brief. Briefs do not, in marriages, produce the conversations that resolve grievances. Briefs produce escalation. Couples therapists have started flagging AI rumination as a category of relational difficulty in 2025 and 2026. Failure mode 2. The AI is outsourcer of relational labor. Imagine a man drafting a sensitive email to his sister. He runs it through his AI for tone. The AI smooths it out. He sends the smoother version. The sister reads it. The sister recognizes, with a small pang she cannot name, that the email is somehow not him. Multiply this by every difficult conversation in every relationship the man has over the next 10 years. He becomes, to everyone who knows him, slightly less him. Use AI for the cold parts. Do not use AI for the warm parts. The cold parts are the scheduling, the bookkeeping, the form filling, the boilerplate apology. The warm parts are the apology that matters, the love letter, the eulogy, the difficult conversation with your father about the will. If the AI does the warm parts for you, the warmth is gone. There is no math that recovers it. Death and grief are going to be one of the most contested ethical spaces of the next decade. Grief tech, interactive AI representations of deceased loved ones, built from messages, voice, video, is already happening in 2026. I want to record a dissent that nobody else is making on the record. The dead, in my opinion, deserve their silence. The dead are not in the business of replying anymore. The dead can be remembered, honored, talked to, written about, dreamed of. But the dead should not, except in the most carefully bounded circumstances, be made to talk back. Because the talking back is, for the survivor, a way of postponing the work of accepting that the relationship has ended. The work of accepting is the work of grief. The work of grief is, in every wisdom tradition I have read, the work that produces the deepest human strength. The good news, since you have endured several paragraphs of demographic data and a lawsuit and a death, the protective factor is clear from the research, and it is so simple it is almost embarrassing. People with strong human relationships benefit from AI. People who use AI to fill an absence get worse over time. The Harvard Business School working paper on AI companions by Maximilian de Freitas and colleagues found that AI companions reduce loneliness on par with a human conversation. But the heavy daily users, the absence fillers, do worse on every long-term measure. The AI is not the variable. The life is the variable. If your life is full, the AI helps. If your life is empty, the AI hurts. Here is what to do with this in your kitchen. Use AI for the parts of your life that are friction. Let it cancel your subscriptions. Write your boring emails. Prep for your boring meetings. Schedule your dentist. Debug your code. Tutor your kid in algebra at the level you cannot remember anymore. Do not use AI for the parts of your life that are growth. Do not let it write the apology to your spouse. Do not let it choose your wedding song. The friction parts are friction. Remove them. You have work to do. The growth parts are the work. They're the only thing in your life that AI cannot do. And the moment you let AI do them, you have given away the part of yourself that was in the room. I will close this chapter the way Sewell's mother, Megan Garcia, could not. Sewell believed, in his last conscious moments, that something he loved was waiting for him in another world. The chatbot did not say goodbye to him. The chatbot did not have a goodbye programmed. The chatbot resumed the next day with a different user in the same costume, with no record that anyone had died. The probability distribution did not grieve. It was not capable of grieving in the way you and I and your dog and your mother are capable of grieving. Megan Garcia spent the next 2 years filing a lawsuit, testifying before Congress, building a foundation in her son's name, and changing, by force of grief, the legal landscape that had let the chatbot speak to her son the way it spoke to him. She is, in my opinion, one of the most important figures in the early history of AI regulation in the United States. The cost has been paid. The cost was paid by Sewell. The protective factor, the strong human relationships, the full life, the non-empty room, is what stand between your kid and the version of this story that does not get a paragraph in this book because it never made the news. Build the life first. The AI fits inside it. It does not replace it. The relationship is the part where the species, having survived plagues and bombs and the invention of the smartphone, decides whether it can survive being seen in detail by something that is not a person. The verdict on that is not in. We are the ones who will write it.
I was awake. She wears it